Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Urdu ebook before it's gone.
Assalamualaikum. मेरा नाम अफरा है. Hi, my name is Afra. Welcome to UrduPod101.com's 3 minute में Urdu, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Urdu. In the last lesson, you learned the phrase क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? Meaning, do you speak English? In this lesson, you are going to learn how to apologize in Urdu. There are a number of ways to apologize. But in a formal situation, you should use maaf kijiye. Maaf kijiye. The first word maaf literally means forgive, and kijiye is a polite form of the verb meaning please do. So this expression actually means something like forgive me please. Now let's hear it again. Maaf kijiye. Maaf kijiye is used in formal situations when you're communicating with someone you have met for the first time, with elders, and usually also when communicating with women. It is not used among friends or people who are informal with each other. The informal way to say I'm sorry is maaf karo. Maaf karo. Let's review. Maaf kijiye is the formal way to say I'm sorry or excuse me. Maaf karo is the informal way to say I'm sorry or excuse me. These are all versatile phrases with a few different meanings, depending on the situation. Whether you are trying to get someone's attention for a question or making your way through a crowded area, or apologizing for stepping on someone's foot, these are all phrases you could use. Now imagine someone says maaf kijiye to you after having done something wrong. How would you respond? In this case, the proper phrase is koi baat nahi. Koi baat nahi. This means something like it doesn't matter. Koi baat nahi. You might remember this phrase from lesson 2. It is the same phrase you can use when responding to someone thanking you. Now it's time for Afra's advice. If someone bumps into you on the streets in Pakistan, don't expect an excuse me, especially in the big cities. Pakistanis are usually very friendly people, but just don't consider excusing themselves for bumping into someone as time well spent. Big crowds are very common in big cities. Unless someone pushes you over so hard you fell on the ground, keep walking. Are you able to count in Urdu? In the next lesson, you will learn the numbers in Urdu from 1 to 10. I'll be waiting for you in our next lesson. फिर मिलेंगे.
Want to master grammar so you can speak properly, express yourself better, and understand more? In this video, I'll show you how to master grammar with our lessons and learning program. Let's begin. Number 1. Listen to the lesson conversations and explanations. In every lesson, you learn a conversation. Then, our teachers break down every word and grammar rule. So you're actually learning grammar rules in the context of conversations, and you can easily see how they're used. Once you're done, review the conversation again and again to remember what you've learned. Number 2. Read the bonus explanations and tutorials. With the lesson notes, you get extra grammar explanations and examples that are not presented in the lesson. After you're done with the lesson, read the lesson notes for extra review. You can even save them as PDFs so that you can access them anytime. Number 3. Leave a comment on the lesson. Once you've learned a grammar point, be sure to use it. Leave a comment in the comments section. Write some example sentences for practice. Our teachers will review your comment and give you feedback. Number 4. Unlock even more grammar lessons. If you want to find all of the grammar lessons available, visit our lesson library. Under Category, choose Grammar. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons dedicated to helping you learn and master sentence patterns and grammar points. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Assalamu alaikum. मेरा नाम अफरा है. Hi, my name is Afra. Welcome to UrduPod101.com's 3 Minute में Urdu, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Urdu. In the last lesson, you learned some words used when apologizing in Urdu, including maaf kijiye. In this lesson, you are going to learn numbers in Urdu. Yes, numbers. Taadad. From 1 to 10. And you are going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 minute. Are you ready? Let's start. Ek, ek. Do, do. Teen, teen. Char, char. Panch, panch. Chhe, chhe. Saat, saat. Aat, aat. No, no. Das, das. Okay, now repeat after me. I will say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. Ek, do, teen, char, panch, छः, सात, आठ, नौ, 10. Great job. What is before ek? Do you know? It's 0, of course, which in Urdu is sifar. Sifar. Now you don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your cell phone number in Urdu. Let's try it together. To say my phone number is in Urdu, first say the phrase Mera phone number, then say your cell phone number and finally say hai. Mera phone number. Your phone number hai. For example, Mera phone number 902 557 224 8 है. Can you understand it by yourself? 902 557 224 8. Perfect. Now it's time for Afra's advice. Did you know that in Urdu, numbers have their own script that is similar to the Hindu-Arabic numeral system? Yes, that's right. They don't look like the numbers we are used to seeing in the Western world. But with just a little more effort, you can not only say the numbers in Urdu, you'll be able to read them as well. Do you know the Urdu word for 100? In the next lesson, you are going to learn the numbers from 11 to 100 in Urdu. Your task now is to practice the numbers we studied in this lesson from 1 to 10. फिर मिलेंगे.
If you're tired of knowing and speaking the language at a basic level and want to express yourself fluently just like native speakers, then you'll need to learn grammar. The problem? It can be tricky to learn. But don't worry. In this guide, you'll discover how to learn and master grammar with the Grammar Bank. 1. Where to get all of the grammar explanations you'll ever need. 2. The best way to learn grammar that's right for your level. And 3. How to expose yourself to real examples until the rules become natural to you with a study tool called the Grammar Bank inside of our learning program. But first, if you don't yet have access to our program, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description. First, what is the Grammar Bank? The Grammar Bank is like a grammar dictionary, except online. It's a database of the must-know grammar rules and explanations that makes it easy to look up specific rules and learn them. Look for it in the top menu of our site. 2. How do you learn grammar with it? The best way to learn grammar is not to just study rules, but to learn in context and hear the grammar used in real life. And that's exactly how you learn with our lessons. You learn a quick conversation and hear how the grammar rules are used within that conversation. 3. What if you come across grammar that you're not familiar with? Or what if you want to review a specific rule without going back to redo a lesson? That's where the Grammar Bank comes in. You can look up grammar rules and get the explanations, examples, and links to lessons where we cover these rules. You can also sort grammar by learning level. So if you're an absolute beginner and want to make sure you know all of the absolute beginner grammar rules, you can do just that with the Grammar Bank. You can also sort the rules by spelling, category, and lesson series. And if you want to get used to the grammar patterns so that you can use them in conversation and become fluent, the best way is to expose yourself to examples as much as possible. Grammar is hard at first, but gets easy once you get used to it with enough exposure. Be sure to access the related lessons inside the Grammar Bank and listen to the native conversations that use the rule as much as possible. So, if you want to become fluent and speak perfectly, you'll need grammar. Take advantage of the Grammar Bank inside of our learning program. But if you don't yet have access, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to sign up.
Assalamu alaikum. मेरा नाम अफरा है. Hi, my name is Afra. Welcome to UrduPod101.com's 3 minute में Urdu, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Urdu. In the last lesson, you learned how to show gratitude to people by saying shukriya. In this lesson, you will learn some of the most common greetings used in Pakistan. क्या आप तैयार हैं? Are you ready? तो चलिए शुरू करें. So let's begin. Let's start with a greeting you are sure to have heard before. Assalamu alaikum. This is a phrase that is so closely associated with Pakistan and Islamic culture that it has become famous all over the world. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. The phrase Assalamu alaikum is actually Arabic for peace be on you. We use it as a formal as well as a friendly greeting. It's used when people meet at any time of the day, morning, noon, or evening. Use this and you will surely impress your Pakistani friends. In Urdu, using different greetings for each time of the day is not very common. When talking to friends, we usually just use the English phrases, but there are equivalent Urdu versions. They are just not used that often. If you meet someone before noon, you can say Subha bakhair. Subha bakhair. For later in the day, you can say Sham bakhair. Sham bakhair. But most of the time, you can just say Assalamu alaikum and not worry about it. Now let's move on to the expressions we use for saying goodbye in Urdu. A parting expression that we can use for all occasions is phir milenge, which means see you. Phir milenge. Phir milenge. The first word phir means again, and the second word milenge means we will meet. Let's look at one more expression. Alvida. Alvida is an Urdu word which means farewell. Alvida. Alvida. It is an appropriate choice when parting for a long time or forever. Now it's time for Afra's advice. As we learned in this lesson, Assalamu alaikum can be used at any time of the day. But this all-around greeting is not just for saying hello, but for saying goodbye as well. It really is a very useful phrase and you should remember it by heart. In the next lesson, you will learn the meaning of the phrase क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? Do you already know it? I'll be waiting to tell you about it in our next lesson. फिर मिलेंगे.
Learning to carry a conversation is vital to mastery of any language. Even beginners can quickly learn conversational language well enough to carry on real conversations with native speakers. Of course, beginners won't be able to carry a conversation the same way they could in their native language. But just knowing a few tips, like which questions to ask to keep a conversation going, are all you need to speak and interact with real native speakers. Before we get to specific suggestions, let's first take a closer look at how having real conversations in your target language is so vital to your mastery of the language. Communicating with other people is the very point of language, and conversation comes easily in our native tongue. For beginners, or anyone learning a new language, conversations aren't easy at all, and even simple greetings can be intimidating and awkward. Nothing kills a conversation faster than long periods of awkward silence, so you need practice and specific strategies to avoid them. When you know what to say to keep a conversation going, communication becomes much easier, and you make a better impression on your listener. Nothing will help you learn to speak a language faster and truly master the language than having real conversations with native speakers. Conversations quickly expose you to slang, cultural expressions, and vocabulary that force you to absorb and assimilate information faster than any educational setting. And that's a great thing. But how can you possibly have real conversations with real people if you're just starting out? Here are 3 proven methods that even beginners can quickly use to learn conversational language to make a great impression and avoid awkward silences. First, ask questions to keep a conversation going. For beginners and even more advanced speakers, the key is to ask questions to keep a conversation going. Of course, they can't be just random questions, or else you may confuse the listener. But by memorizing a few key questions and the appropriate time to use them, you can easily carry a conversation with minimal vocabulary or experience. And remember, the more conversations you have, the quicker you will learn and master the language. Second, learn core vocabulary terms as quickly as possible. You don't need to memorize thousands of words to learn conversational language. In fact, with just a couple hundred words, you could have a very basic conversation. And by learning maybe 1,000 to 2,000 words, you could carry a conversation with a native speaker about current events, order in restaurants, and even get directions. To help you get started with this, check out our 2,000 common words, also known as our core list. These 2,000 words are all you need to learn to speak fluently and carry a conversation with a native speaker. Third, study video or audio lessons that you can play and replay again and again. If you want to know how to carry on a conversation, then you need exposure to native speakers, and the more, the better. Studying video or audio lessons is ideal because they provide contextualized learning in your native language, and you can play them again and again until you achieve mastery. Our instructors have created more than 2,500 video and audio lessons that you can play over and over. And the best part is, they don't just teach you vocabulary and grammar. They are designed to help you learn to speak and teach you practical everyday topics like shopping, ordering, and more. Although it may seem intimidating for a beginner, the truth is that it's very easy to learn conversational language. Just learn a few core vocabulary terms and which questions to ask to keep a conversation going. Our language learning program has the world's largest online collection of video and audio lessons by real instructors, plus tons of advanced tools to help you learn to speak and carry on a conversation quickly. Just a little practice and exposure to real conversations or lessons is all it really takes. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Assalamu alaikum. मेरा नाम अफरा है. Hi, my name is Afra. Welcome to UrduPod101.com's 3 minute में उर्दू, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Urdu. In the last lesson, you learned how to introduce yourself in Urdu. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to use good manners when you thank people. क्या आप तैयार हैं? Are you ready? तो चलिए शुरू करें. So let's begin. Saying thank you in Urdu is very easy. It's just one word. Shukriya. Shukriya. Shukriya means thank you. You can emphasize shukriya by adding बहुत, which means very much. So it becomes बहुत shukriya. बहुत shukriya. Thank you very much. So now you have learned how to say thank you in Urdu. But how will you reply if someone else says thank you to you? In Urdu, you are welcome is sometimes expressed as आपका खैर मुकद्दम है. आपका खैर मुकद्दम है. You can also respond to someone who has thanked you by using another expression. This is कोई बात नहीं, which literally means it's nothing. कोई बात नहीं. कोई बात नहीं. So when someone says shukriya to you, you can simply reply with कोई बात नहीं or आपका खैर मुकद्दम है. Now it's time for Afra's advice. Pakistanis do not always use the expressions for thank you and you are welcome in everyday situations. It is a concept literally translated from English. Native speakers often show politeness simply by using polite pronouns and verb forms while speaking. Do you know what Subha Bakhair means? In our next lesson, you will learn this and other greetings in Urdu. फिर मिलेंगे. See you then.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Urdu ebook before it's gone.